What is going on, people? Welcome to part 5 of our exclusive arrangement of Smells Like Teen Spirit for solo acoustic guitar. So what we are going to get through today is the post-chorus section. This is our opportunity to get a little bit heavy, really lay into the instrument and get some cool dissonant chords happening on our guitar with this tune to fit in just with the vibe. Let's go through what we're going to look at today, and then we're going to start breaking it down. Cool, so there is a nice little snippet of what we're going to do today. We're going to be using some flamenco inspired chord voicings and ideas, although executed in a very white and Australian way. So like we did with the last arrangement, let's jump on in and look at the voicings. There's only 3 of them we're going to be using today, but let's get into them. So the first one is our E minor voicing, which we all should be nice and familiar with at this point. The next voicing we're going to be getting onto is an F major 7, sharp 11 one I really love. So let's jump in and look at how this one is put together. So our first finger is on the 1st fret like that, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, 4th finger goes on the 3rd fret on the D string, 2nd finger comes in on the 2nd fret on the G string, just as if we're playing an E form bar chord here. But the kicker with this one is we've got open B and an open E string below. So the B string gives us that sharp 11, that really nice dissonant sound, and then we've got the E giving us the major 7 in the voicing. So that's our F major 7 sharp 11 we're going to be using in this part. And then the next bit, people, all we're doing is taking that upper or the lower structure pitch wise if we're talking, and then moving that up into a G position there, which will give us a G major 6. So E minor, F major 7 sharp 11, G major 6, back there. That's going to be the basis of everything we do with this lesson. Let's jump on in and start breaking it down. So I like to use my 2nd and 3rd fingers on this part where I'm going. Okay, so I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm doing on the 3rd part is I'm simply lifting my fingers away and just having the open notes there on the guitar. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the rhythm. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then moving into the next part, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into that F major 7 sharp 11 sounds very cool. I love how that works together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. So 1. And again. Cool, so that is how the chord changes between the E minor to the F major 7 sharp 11. Then what I do is I mute the strings and give it a bit of a hit with my right hand. Now, depending how you're approaching this chord solo, if you're using a limited finger style technique, or you could even be doing it with a pick the way it's laid out. But regardless, what I'm doing here is I'm just running my fingers, as I mentioned in the introduction, just flicking them over like that in a very basic flamenco technique. However, if you're not that comfortable using or flicking your fingers like that, what you can easily do is just use the back of your nails, just like that. It's just as effective, just as percussive, and it acts just like a pick. So you could go. And what you're doing is you're just dragging them across the strings. And just when you get towards those last few strings, just dig into the strings a little bit more. And you're getting that rhythm moving all the way through there, almost like a drum flutter. So 3, 4, so that's what's going on there. So 1, and again. Okay, so that's that bit. Practice that up, get comfortable with that. All right, people, so once we've mastered that and we're kicking out all those mad rhythms on our acoustic, let's have a look at what we've got next. So what I've got going on there is, so that's the rhythm there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. lifting our fingers away for the third part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going sliding my first finger up to make the chord there. So slide 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, slide 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, slide 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, slide 1, 2, 3, and last time with this one, people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, slide 1, 2, 3. Cool, and then to finish that bit off, we go. So we slide, hit the bass note, slide back to the F major 7 sharp 11. All right, so let's put that whole thing together now. We've got the idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so the third time, or after we've played through those two parts, what I like to do is on the F major 7 sharp 11 is actually put in a couple of extra hits. I'll show you what I mean by that. So here we go, 3, 4. So it's 2, 3, 4. So da, da, da. Just putting 2 extra hits on that section there. And then the second part is exactly the same after that. So let's put that together a few more times. I'm going to wrap this up, tie it in a neat little bow for you all out there, and see how the whole section fits together. So here we go, 3, 4. And again. A couple extra hits there, and once more. Alright, so let's put the whole section together now so you can see how that complete post-chorus section sounds, and then you two can start getting at it with your practice and getting it into the arrangement we've been working on. So here we go. So 3, 4. And that's how we get back into the second verse from that section. So that brings us to the end of part 5 of our lesson on Smells Like Teen Spirit. So with that, people, it's very, very important that you go really steady and just pay close attention to the parts that we're working on. Again, just relax with it all, watch it over a few times if you're not comfortable with those rhythms, until you absorb the information and you're playing through it really, really well. So if you appreciate the content of this lesson, make sure you smash those like, subscribe, and share buttons if you haven't already. You can also support the channel in pumping out more exclusive content like this series of lessons we've put together by the PayPal donate function. If you'd like to work with me in a one-on-one capacity, the best way to do that, to break through any challenges and reach your goals on the instrument, would be to book a tailored 8-week video program where we work together in a one-on-one capacity via tailored video programs to get you from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. Practice this one up, people, and I look forward to seeing you in the last lesson of our exclusive series of this solo guitar arrangement of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Get at it, and I'll see you then.